EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Chargers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
Monday. 12. 49, guys. Mike.
On 1st and 10, Locke. He's got his 6'5 receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Well, we talked about Phillip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018. The Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Phillip Lindsay. From the 44, Luck. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Melvin Ingram has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Here's Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 21 yards there on 3rd down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. This is Royce Freeman, second-year man from Oregon. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Throwing on 3rd down, Locke. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 30.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Melvin Ingram in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsay. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. He's got his tight end Fant. And they move this all the way down to the 9. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case,
under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Joey Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right down behind center. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Hey, watch the slant. 12.
40. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
40.
Out of the gun, Luck. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Here's a quick throw to Thielen. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The 27-yard line.
Set, green 80. Cluster. Black 15.
Pilot, 64. Weak.
Melvin Gordon, the 2-time Pro Bowler. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Rivers. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for L.A. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Zero. Protein spill. Red Delta.
Check out. Watch the ship.
A toss play, Gordon. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here we go again.
Rivers. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 1st down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. Rivers to throw it. And this is incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Back to the ground now with Gordon. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Here comes the boom. I see you.
And it's 3rd down.
Ready. Black 11. Check 4.
We're scoreless after 1. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Complete, it's Henry. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The Chargers were best in the NFL, 7 of 8 on 4th down last year, and they're going here. Rivers to throw for it on fourth. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Broncos will take over on downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A shotgun snap for Lott. He'll find Lindsey here. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Luck. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's King. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
Red Delta!
Working out of the gun, Rivers. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Set 180! Black 15! Alpha!
Rivers on 1st down. He completes it to Henry. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. Able to get this to Gordon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger 1st down.
And the Chargers 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Hey, let's go! Hey,
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rivers. Benjamin's got it. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Dang, baby!
A 2-yard gain on the play.
Ready! 380!
Check in. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
On 3rd down, Rivers. Open man is Thielen. It's complete.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Set 180! Round 80!
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Mike 34. Mike 34.
1st down, Chargers.
Not today.
Hey, go orange. Orange. Touch!
Now Gordon on 1st down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 10.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. To throw is Rivers. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
You can't stop me.
Third and
So it's third and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. Rivers. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
He'll get this one to Patrick. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Thomas Davis.
Well, this is a defense. Can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Hey, bro, 80.
Check. Lucky. Kill.
The carry here for the big tight end. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon.
Check 43.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw, Rivers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's second and 10. To throw again, Rivers. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And this one is right down the middle. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground again here. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in this second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. Kiss him goodbye, Travis Benjamin. He's at the 30, the 20. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. He goes 105 yards on the kick return. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Now whistles and a timeout signaled here by the offense, and that's their first of this second half. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Got a little antsy there from his Mike linebacker position.
Partner, there's times you think you've timed up the quarterback's cadence. You think you've got a read on it. He might have thought it on that play. He was wrong.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. On 1st and 10, Luck. And it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Phillip Lindsay there. And it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Locke. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And they'll get this down to the 10. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit. They'll try the draw, Lindsey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Go. Wide, 622.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
From the gun, here's Locke. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Tim Patrick that time, but now it'll be 3rd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
58, boys, 58, come on.
3rd and long, it's Locke. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And McManus able to put it through. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Von Miller in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play. In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Easy.
Check.
Hey, Rocket.
Watch out.
To throw on 3rd down, Rivers. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Luck now to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. That goes for a gain of 31. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Luck now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Back to throw, Love. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Noah Fant, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
that's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Let's go, D, let's go.
Back to it after the pick 6. Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Well, last year, Henry really looked poised for a prime breakout season, but then May 22nd, tore his ACL during OTAs, ruled out for the year. Actually was added to the active roster in a pretty heroic return for their playoff clash with New England, but did not play. 29 career games for Henry, 12 touchdowns, and now with Antonio Gates' career coming to a close, they expect a lot out of the 24-year-old Hunter Henry. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down. Rivers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Rivers now from the 50. Got Gordon open, completes it. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Broncos.
Phillip Rivers, no stranger to fourth-quarter comebacks. He's led the Chargers back to victory 26 times coming into this year. But work to do here if he wants to add another notch to the belt. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by... Bryce Callahan.
Intercepted. The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because he's got the lane, and there he goes. He's at the 50. the 30, past the 20, 10, 5, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Royce Freeman, 95 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead he does go down to a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. On second down, Taylor's throw incomplete. The intended receiver there, Allen, and it's third down. It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body. Everything looked pretty good until the finish. On third down, Taylor nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. They'll try and throw for it with Taylor. And no, it's incomplete. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. Now Lott. Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up? I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it. I did, didn't I? Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies.
At the 10-yard line.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here.
Four down. Check.
It's a give to Freeman running right. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to third and goal. Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it? Defensively, they're in a prime spot. And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it. And it's caught. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's fourth down. Nice completion, nice gain. Great tackle. Really good tackle. Kept him in bounds, kept things going. What do you do here? That's the question. Let's see what they do. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th. Without a doubt. Obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close. That throw into the arms of Allen. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Throwing again on second down. Taylor. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them. And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now. With a sense of urgency. No doubt. Now Taylor. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Taylor to throw. And Allen's got it. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Taylor now just 2 of 5 since coming on, but he does have a first down here. Meanwhile, a throw by Taylor is incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10 now, it's Taylor. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Taylor able to get this to Gordon. 20. Touchdown, LA. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Exit. He's coming, double up. 49. 49's a mutt. 49's a mutt. 11.
Throwing on 3rd down, Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 42. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Throwing now, Locke. This is the tight end fan. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 31-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsay with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face, and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming.
A shotgun snap for Love. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tried to roll out, make a play outside of the pocket, but couldn't get it done.
When you don't have a lot of space for your receivers to operate, and down there it's really condensed when you're snapping the ball from the 2-yard line, rolling out, you extend a play, but you don't necessarily open up better avenues for people. And on that play, there's just nowhere to go with the ball, and you end up getting sacked.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Taylor will throw. And it's complete. Henry. And he goes out right around the 39. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Luck on the keeper.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Today's final score.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.